Good Saturday morning, everybody. Chris Allen here on the Sam channel, Facebook, YouTube, Instagram, and X. All of it sponsored by Ace Hardware Marketplace for this January the 18th. So we got a little bit of rain at the airport up until about midnight, 1,400ths of an inch of rain. I said it would be about a quarter inch, but we're not quite done with the rain just yet. I think we'll get a little more. Drizzle is what's out there right now. There's not much going on. We checked the outdoor camera, which is the Plano cam, and you can see from at least where I live, it's cloudy, and you can see everything is wet after the rain. There's a little bit of light rain and drizzle that's still falling, just too light to be seen there on camera. And you're going to notice some of that where you live as we go through the morning. Now, the coldest air is still waiting back to the west, so I haven't seen a drop in temperature just yet, but that will be coming as we go through the morning. In fact, here's a look at current mesonet temperatures as of 7:11 on this Saturday morning. You can see that we've got 30s to the north. Most everybody down south are in the 40s, and that includes Bowling Green, Glasgow, Morgantown, Litchfield, Munfordville, Russellville, Franklin, Scottsville, T-ville. Everybody's in pretty much the mid 40s here. I don't see a falling off of temperatures just yet, but that's going to come as a cold front comes through in the afternoon. Looking at precipitation since midnight, so to add to the 1,400ths that was just before midnight at the airport, you could say another 3, almost 4/10ths of an inch of rain fell here in Bowling Green. So we exceeded expectations on rainfall. Looks like, closer to 4/10ths of an inch. A lot of places picked up about equal amounts, anywhere from a quarter inch to 4/10ths of an inch of rain. Lighter amounts out to the west and really to the east. So we were the main benefactors of some of the rain overnight and even early this morning. And some of you still right now seeing some of that. Wind, well, the winds are still coming out of the south and west and becoming more westerly as you head into western Kentucky. The winds will pick up from the west and northwest later today. There's a little bit of a breezy section right there to the east of I-65 with winds coming out of the west-southwest at 10 to 15, close to 20 miles per hour, but it is nice and mild, and I still think we're going to get close to 50 for a high temperature. There's still time to get close to 50, upper 40s to around, I'll say around 50 for a high before the cold front comes in and starts shoving the temperatures downward as we go through the day. So don't expect this to stay this way. We're going to get some much colder air coming in as we get into the afternoon and evening hours. Here's a look at radar, and you can see that a majority of the shower activity is up around the metro Louisville area and Cincinnati. You can see a few light raindrops here and there further south, but mostly what's coming through here is just drizzle. It's too light to be detected by radar. I can go the Fort Campbell radar, take a look there. Yeah, not much happening. Nashville radar, that's mostly ground clutter. There may be a little something there. The satellite view this morning, of course, going to be all cloudy. As you can see, we've got a lot of clouds here. The cold front is still back here south of St. Louis in this general area where you see that line of clouds kind of bending back into Arkansas. And so that's coming our way. The situation as far as impacts from any little bit of snow that we might see is minimal, uh, very minimal. The latest information backing off some of the trend from even last night showing that maybe we could see a half inch of snow in Bowling Green, but now that is just really backed off to not much of anything at all, just flurries. You would have to go to find any kind of impact from the potential snow that some of you could see east of us along the I-75 and I-75 and the US 127 corridor. It's going to be from Somerset east, the yellow shaded areas. That's where even there is going to be a minor impact. And we're talking about possibility of something freezing over on a bridge or overpass or maybe some untreated roads late tonight and early Sunday morning. But this gray shaded area here over Bowling Green in southern Kentucky, it's just recognizing that, yeah, something can happen, but it's not going to be that big of a deal. Okay. So just not to look at very much in the way of snow coming in. So that's going to be confined further east of us because the best moisture is going to be gone by the time the coldest air gets here today and tonight. So here's the current setup with the light rain. There's a little mixy stuff off to the north of the Ohio River. We go into midday, the front comes through, and that's when you're going to start to feel the change in temperature as the front comes in and a change in the wind direction going from south, southwest to west and then northwest. And that's when the colder air is going to start to take over. You'll feel it. The rain showers will pretty much trickle down to maybe a few flurries mixing in this evening. A little upper wave is going to come in on the back of this system, maybe produce, as mentioned before, some light snow showers or flurries as we get into early Sunday morning, late tonight, early tomorrow. But again, it's not going to amount to very much. The better odds of getting something, a coating or a dusting of snow or a little bit more than that, is going to be east of Interstate 75. And then here we go into Sunday night, into Monday morning. Here we go into Tuesday, and this is when the worst of the cold is going to settle in and just really, really be brutal. We're going to see sunshine, but boy, is it going to be cold. If you haven't heard already, highs only in the upper teens to around 20, and then lows are going to be in the single digits. Wind chill factor, how it's going to feel, close to zero. Here we go into Wednesday, same thing. Now, I do begin to see some warming. That's a warm front. Warming begins to take place to our west on Wednesday. Thursday, we'll start to really feel much warmer air, getting close to 40, upper 30s to around 40. Same for Friday. Little weak system there off into eastern Kentucky, but we'll be in the warm sector. So right now it doesn't appear that we're going to see anything from that. Okay. Now let's take a look at the model blender. And the blender is showing the significantly colder air, the brutal cold air for us. We're just not used to this. And 72 hours plus of this is going to be, it's going to be a challenge to some of your vehicles. You're going to have, if you don't have enough cold cranking amps for your vehicle's battery, you're going to get out there and try to turn it over and it's not going to do anything. It's going to or click, 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 and it's not going to work. Yeah, I've had that happen many, many times. Or you could have a challenge with your pipes freezing over, especially those of you that still have some of the older pipes in your home or even outside spigots faucets. That's going to be a challenge. So we go from near 50 today, falling temperatures down to 25 or so tonight, only up to near 30 tomorrow with some snow flurries, snow showers, then down to maybe 7 or 8. Could even get colder than that. 21, 19 to 21 on Monday. Then we go 21 to say 14 to 26, then back to another single digit low for Tuesday night into Wednesday morning. Then we begin to see some recovery with temperatures getting back to where they should be for this time of the year. But that's not until this next weekend and next week. 46 is where we should be right there for a normal high temperature for this time of the year. And then the lows even recover to above freezing. But notice here, we're about to, starting tonight, going into a period of 1, 2, 3, now maybe closer to 4 days straight below freezing. So again, a challenge to your batteries, a challenge to your pipe systems, a challenge to you keeping warm. I mean, really, if you think about it, it's going to be a challenge for everybody as these systems come in. So let's see here in the chat room. Okay, Sylvester said he had 40 hundredths or 4/10 of an inch of rain southeast Allen County. 45 degrees, winds from the west southwest at 2, barometer steady. Thank you for that report, Sylvester. So yeah, that's pretty typical of everything that we're seeing this morning. There is a winter weather advisory further east of us. Takes in mostly out the Cumberland Parkway once you get out toward Columbia, Russell Springs, Jamestown, and then into central eastern Kentucky. And that's for that little bit of light snow that's going to pop in. But for Bowling Green here, no advisories, no big deals, no issues going on here. So most of you, if you see snow, if you live along and west of 65, nothing to maybe a flurry or two, but along and east of Interstate 65, later today, tonight, and tomorrow morning, you could see a light dusting. Pretty much it. Just be careful because temperatures will be below freezing, and that means some slick spots are certainly possible. All right, you guys have a great Saturday. I'll see you hopefully tomorrow morning. In the meantime, thank you for watching. God bless.